this tutorial, I'm going to look at the process of creating your sheet metal files for manufacturer. So we're going to look at how to create the DXF and a working drawing which has all the bend information on it as well. So I'm just going to draw something reasonably straightforward. I'm using synchronous here, and you can obviously do the same thing in ordered. So I've just created a 200 by 200 square. Select the region, specify my thickness as 2. I want to go in the opposite direction, so we'll click on the arrow and click on a direction. So then I can click on the 2 edges, and using the smaller axis on here, I can then specify a length on here. So now I want to create a sort of chained profile. So what I'm aiming for is to draw on this end face here. So I'm going to lock it with the F3 key, and then basically what I'm aiming for is coming off that point there and bring it around. I want, say, 20 mil by say 60, and then come in another 20 mil on there. So if I unlock the plane, I can then come into the contour flange, pick up on there, specify that I want to run along that edge, but then I can go through and say let's chain that around so we have a profile in there, and then I'll right mouse click to accept. So I want to create a flange on the end here, so I can click on that edge, and holding the control key down, I can click on there as well. I want to click on the smaller arrow again, and for this I want to make sure that it's on material and bend outside. So then I can come in and pick up off the endpoint there to drop that in, and then if I create a line, hover over this plane, hit F3, Control H takes me through to the sketch view. So really what I'm after is the project to sketch command, and I want to pick up off this line and this line. As you can see, it's not connected, so I'll use the trim corner and join those up, unlock the plane, and then I can pick up off, hitting the escape key, hit up off that profile there, click on the region. So if I just take it through, you can see it's going to sort of clear away the rest of it. So I really only want to come up to the back edge on here and close that. Then I can click on cut out one, and if I go to the mirror command, I can pick up off this plane and I get the same the other side. And then finally I'm going to create a flange across the bottom here, going to that endpoint there. So we've got a reasonably good profile on here. What I might want to do is do a closed corner. So basically I just did a flip to get that closed corner in there. As you can see, it's sort of given me a nice profile on there. And likewise I can do the opposite side. So you click the 2 bends. Again, get the same message, but just hitting the flip allows me to project that through, and if I wanted to, I can do the same on here to give me a nice closed profile on the upper edges. So now that we've created our component, I need to go through to the tools command and create the flatten, and I've got a number of faces I could use. I'll take the bottom face here, and for the orientation I'm going to pick the front edge, and that creates my profile on here. So going back to my synchronous model, I would need to save this. So if we go Control S, I will save that. Not too worried about the name for this instance. So firstly, quite often with sheet metal files, you're going to create a DXF. So that can be done directly from the sheet metal model. So save as flat is the command that you want here. And again, that's going to utilize the flat pattern that we created earlier. If you haven't created one, it'll ask you to create that as you go. So in here, you've got a number of options, and you can see the different layers that it's going to put things on. So we've got a down center line, an up center line, down features, up features, and so on. So it's going to put things on separate layers, which may or may not be relevant to the output that you require, but you can come in and change it in here. So we'll save that. Now you may also want to have a draft file, so we can go in here and go drawing of active model, choose the template that you want to run. I'm running with the drawing view wizard, and if I come in here, it's going to give me a standard orientation. So in this case, it's coming up with the front. Now, if I go through to the drawing view wizard, we can choose that I want to show the flat pattern on here, and just using the scroll wheel allows me to size it as I want to, and I can give a thickness on there as well, so I can place the two views in one go. So then we might want to display our bend information. So for example, we can go into the sketching. I want to just make sure that I've got my locate background on, which means that when I create my bend table, I can position it right in the corner up here. So we have a bend table option on here. I need to click on the drawing view and just drop that into the top corner up here. Yeah, I'll place it there. Obviously I need to adjust this down, so drag it on that down. The other drawing view is linked, so you'll see a number of numbers on here which relates to the sequence. You can go back into the sheet metal model and adjust the order of those. We can also come in here if you've got extra information you want to add in. We can go to properties on that, and under columns we can add in an extra column, and we'll call this notes. And then if we go into our data, here is our extra column that we've asked for, so we can click in here and add any extra information you want to add for the production team to help them through that process. So you can see if it comes in here, and we can always resize this by dragging on that little blue dot. So yeah, you can see that we've got full control over our sheet metal parts when we're considering manufacturing. So we've got the DXF, which we can output to either nesting software or to a laser cut CNC, and also we can create a nice working drawing that will allow us to provide information in a more graphical information output.